All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone out here joining us for Rustoria Servers Base Invaders, presented by Rusty Pot. I'm James Jamerson Lee, and joining me on the broadcast desk, a man of many hats who's pulling triple duty at this point. I got Ian. Ian, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Luckily, Scottish people have three hands, Jamerson, so this is going to be no problem whatsoever.
Oh man, I'm so excited. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been able to cast some Base Invaders, so I'm super excited about what we've got. I know that there have been a lot of updates to Rust in the month that I've basically been gone. I'm really excited, especially because today we do have our 7v7s, and we know that when it comes to sevens, these raids can go absolutely crazy.
Oh, yes, there's going to be some big booms and some hopefully equally large bases as well. You can see the one we've got behind us, Gambusa's, which is looking pretty meaty. That might be one of the first places we check out, but we could probably head over to the hard point, shall we?
Yeah, that's right. So we are in the attack phase right now, and the teams they have a few objectives that they can try to go for. PvP kills, of course, starting off here, but the hard point is going to be looks like fairly contested. Three, four, five teams roughly in the area to try and fight over this. So whichever team has control over that means there's no opposing forces inside the hard point while you have it controlled. You will be accruing points that entire time.
And we got caught sight of one of the bases on the outside here. There's another one there, Tarantul, and it looks like Heo's base also. So you're right, it is a busy area around here. This is nice to see, because quite often in the last few weeks with Hardpoint, there's only been maybe one or two bases max that have even finished out of it, so it's mostly been dominated by a single team. This will be a lot more
Yeah,
interesting.
and the thing I like about like when it comes to 7v7s is that like the teams can kind of spread out their forces a bit, right? You don't have to have all seven members here. You could still have one back at base, just roof camping for you, while also sending some other members out, possibly to scouts and maybe get some early control, like roof control on other bases, or at least scout out the bases to see what you want to raid.
Speaking of roof camping, I think that's what NR are up to all the way on the distance here. They get three people. I don't see anyone pushed up out of their team up towards this. I think Tarantul pretty much got full time being.
Yeah, I mean that NR base looking very similar to the Ganbusa base that we saw earlier, but they do have like those corner tower walls that could prove useful for them, especially right now when you have this many bases around you. Having that height advantage. Ooh, speaking of height advantage, we've got a base just across the ways on top of the hill, so they're gonna have a nice little angle there. But again, no one's contesting Tool for this.
Unfortunately, that one's a little bit out of draw distance. Can't see who it is just yet. Tarantul are being engaged by Hale, however, and as a member of Mississippi.
Yeah, they
Heading
got to be
back
careful
here.
though. Don't know exactly what the build distance is away from the hard point, but there's almost no cover to walk your way on up. And we know most of our players, they're AK spray. It's going to be true. So you got to be careful on how you approach this.
Right there. I would say though, it looks like that from the position of Tarantul and Heo's bases here, Tarantul have got a nice hill line between them. Hard point. Might make it a little bit easier for them to back from their base.
Just off in the distance, we got to see the patrol helicopter going down too. That's the first one of the attack phase. We have three throughout the attack phase. It's not enough just to take it down. You do have to secure the loot that comes out of it.
Let's go look and see where that has ended up. That's right next to a base.
Oh, wait,
Two
no, never mind.
kills.
I thought that was I thought those were the crates that might have just been a missile strike going down on top of it. Yeah, it's right outside of
That's
that
pretty
base for two
close.
kill. So that's gonna be pretty nice for them. They'll have a very good angle. We'll see if they can set down early walls. There's at least beds there for them to be able to just maybe spawn in a naked, touch it, or touch the loot and get out. They do have on the other side of them, Kebab possibly that could try to push up to try and contest this one. It looks like another base laggy is there, but to kill have a few members outside of their base right now. So, this is what I'm talking about. When it comes to sevens, you can split up your manpower. You can see there's still some
There's a
building
bunch of
and
them
upgrading
upgrading over
going on
here,
in,
yeah.
inside the base.
Probably some excess damage from taking that melee off of the helicopter as well. I think this is a really favourable position for them. I'm not sure there's anyone really on this side. Junkyard is behind them, so there's some elevation that someone can test from over there. There's no bases over here. I think they've got a pretty good spot for that. Try and get
And
closer
when
to
we
cover
swap
here.
on over to like the raid phase as well, even though Kebab has a really nice angle on them, the fact that they do have Junkyard off to that one side, that cuts off one angle that they could possibly get raided from. And so you're looking at basically Kebab being the biggest threat for this two kill squad. But honestly, with the kind of presence that two kill has on the other base outside, that might not be too much of a concern. Both of those teams might actually turn on to that. But right now, it's all PvP as Kvass has shown up for this, and they have taken up that snow hill.
All over the side of here. It looks like Kvass mostly concentrated on our right-hand side. There were more members of Kebab trying to approach in the left here, but most of them have been eliminated. It's just Dumpy that's sitting on his own. He's in trouble.
Yeah, classic on the other side of this one. It could just be a 2v1, but Nolik as well in the back line, just keeping Overwatch on top of them. Duffy might just be waiting this one. Oh, he baits out the shots
Oh,
from one of his teammates and then goes for the peak. That's going to be a nice kill coming in for Dumpy here. Now, Kvass should know he's there as he tries to back away. Doesn't even get tagged. All right, they're going to try and send more members here, but we'll see if he can pick up
oh.
these PvP kills. Not too bad. That
Destroyed.
was a 2v1 exchange. I don't think he actually got the kill.
Well, he
It
was
looks
so
like they will
close to
get
get one
14 back on
forward,
up.
but I think he's still down. I think he's resable.
Yeah, that was just a really good push coming out from Kvass there. So now Kebab looks like they've lost out on a lot of their outside presence. This could be a pretty scary situation for them. Luckily enough, this is extremely early on in the attack phase, so you don't lose complete control over your base. And that's for right now. Kebab though, they have pushed out once again. They got Rito on the right side, getting some good damage off. Nolik might be down. He's going to push forward. Two members on extremely low HP, but he ends up falling.
That was unfortunate. He was making a good push along that hill line. I think he has backup in the form of Turk's aim here. Try and get round to spare any of these. There's a lot of people here on really low HP, you can see.
I love this. This is just kind of going down to just basics in snow PvP at this point. Really good usage of the walls to push up. Nice cross angles being set up. No one's really grouped up from the kebab side. They're all trying to take different angles here. And you can see three members of Kvass just stuck behind one wall, leaves them just completely vulnerable. And now the wide swing coming out from kebab to try and finish them off.
He knows that they're low. He's taken all the opportunity he can to close that distance. Eliminated some on the edge there, but oh, he takes a crossfire. I'm not sure the other. That just catching it to him there, because that was some nice aiming.
Yeah, might have just been able to get his little toesies there on that corner of the wall. But sure enough, though, Kebab have done it. They've pushed back this threat, and it's really important here because we know teams they will spend the entire attack phase just controlling your base if they can. And so getting rid of that threat is going to be massive for them. There's a possibility maybe if the crates have unlocked at this point for them to turn around for the patrol helicopter loop. But I feel like if that's should be two kills loot to gain. You can see Ghost is already out there. The majority of the fire is gone. So that's going to be some nice points for them. That's going to put two kill in second place right now. Tarantul, I believe, was the squad that we saw controlling the hard point. They are currently in first place.
Escon's just eliminated Ghost here, but I think he's too late. Most of these crates are already looted. Probably all had the points taken from them. Points-wise, you can see 2 killer on 26. So I think they took the majority, if not all of those.
What a weird battle right there. Two kill is going to be Delta Spy versus Fresk at this point, but a little bit of backup for Delta Spy. And they're going to be able to take him out. And I thought I saw one more crate possibly still there. Or I don't know if they were able to get the points off of it, but Mississippi are still out here on full point. Take a look at that. Actually, a few members of two kill might be on top of that laggy
Nice, yeah.
base off in the distance. So again, this is what we're talking about. 7v7s. You have the opportunity to do multiple things, but oh boy, an entire kill squad is coming out for Delta. We'll see what he can do. Takes out one before he goes down. Good enough trade, especially in a 5v1.
Yeah, not bad to get one out of that entire. That was, it's been scary peeking that angle. Shall we go over here and see what's going on Laggy's roof? The Mario and Victim, and Forgive Me are all here. They're in the base.
Wait, are they inside the shooting floor? Okay, so they're inside the shooting floor, it looks like.
Okay.
So they don't have roof control yet, but I mean, it's a little bit scary to have two people inside of your base right now. It looks like they were able to pick up a few kills. and they are full health. Oh my gosh, three members
Really?
of 2 kill inside the shooting floor right now, absolutely controlling. And there might be maybe a play that Laggy can try and make, try to squeeze someone into the shooting floor and find this flank. But right now, all the angles are being held.
It sounds like the laggy members on the roof might be occupied by more members of the Teal outside coming to join Mario and Forgive Me. They've just got this on total lock. They've got such great angles everywhere here. It's going to be really hard to take this back, like, unless you dedicate a lot of team to it.
Let me see. They have a few members up top. It looks like just Stonic and one more. And these are just free kills coming in for 2 kill right now. They're at 35. Tarantool is at 45. Which remember, Tarantool is the one that are slowly, passively accruing points over at the hard point, maybe picking up some PvP. 2 kill. Large chunk of their points did come from that first patrol helicopter, but they're still picking up more here for the time being. 20 minutes to go. There's still plenty of time for Laggy to try and regain control of their base. They shouldn't freak out, but they should come up with a game plan to clear these pests out.
Well, back down to the shooting floor here because it looks like there's been some action. Teal have lost all bar Mario. No, no, he's still got some team form. Oh, forgive me. But it looks like they might have lost one member. It looks like all members of Laggy are spawning on the roof. I think they're all coming down through here.
They're leaving a lot of doors open as well. So this is a bit scary at this point. You can see that the roof, there's actually a few doors missing. So they weren't able to finish off the base quite yet. They're leaving this one open. It's kind of scary. You have to go back to basics. Remember, close your doors in Rust. But it looks like it was just a bedroom that it's open to. But if you're not, of course, on top of your home security, you can easily find yourself overrun. Now, they do have, of course, their turret set up on the roof. So that's possibly the only thing that's saving them from absolutely losing out on this roof control.
Check out the skin they've got on this AK and judge them. Oh,
Oh,
that's a nice one. I
I
like
love the
that
comic
toon one.
skins so much.
Comic skin. Right. It looks like they've actually been pushed out of here. There's one member to
Oh,
kill left. Back up to the roof again, see what's going on. I feel like they're just going down here one at a time to their deaths. Definitely what it looks like. I'm gonna move back out to the shooting floor. Oh, here we go.
no way.
Firing.
No way.
That's some rocket
17 minutes
PvP.
left and we're going for rocket PvP. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we
Oh,
go.
wow.
Are you picked up a gun? Now go ahead and clear them out. You're at 50 HP, but you should be okay.
Ooh,
2 kill have been cleared out, but they've done damage. I mean, they've picked up kills. They're at 45 points now. So
Yeah, that was
sending
definitely
three
worth it,
members
huh?
in. And ultimately, yeah, it's a pretty good trade because what we saw 3 members inside the shooting floor essentially, right? So
Yeah, they held up for a good
they
long time.
traded possibly like 10, 15 points just for those 3.
Rough times. Looks like they can secure it again now. We should really get back outside here. It's been another patrol helicopter go down, so we best check out, see what's going on. Is that in... That is the previous one. But it landed in the exact same place for a moment there. Oh, this looks like it's down in the water, actually, all the way down south in N17. Yeah, that
Yeah, and this
has.
base is actually isolated out here. It's the only base all the way down here in the south. So it should largely be free for them to be able to pick up. And it's going to be Team FT. They've even got full control over the ridge lines right now. It does seem like there was a contest. There is a contest currently, but this high ground being held by 2 members of FT, while one more will go ahead and try and secure this loot. Leaves himself a little bit vulnerable, but he should be relatively safe to get it if his teammates push out at the right time. And this is where you're just like trying to find flippers. Like, hey, how have we not found any flippers yet in this wipe?
The challenge, this is such a good idea if you could get this to happen, getting these dropped, to get the fires out instantly, just get the crates before even has a chance to contest. But this, it's in quite deep water, and I really want to see if he survives this. Because he's already had to go back up for more air. Okay. Looks like he's going to get to do this without really any interference there. I think I just saw a teammate ahead of us. But yeah, you're right. The hill line is theirs.
The contest might be there, but again, early setup and like you said, taking it out over water just allows them to instantly touch it. So there was almost no response time. They're able to just instantly pick that one up. That's going to propel FT up to 7th place right now. They're at 25 points. Still, though, you can see the lead growing for Tarantool, 2 kill, and Arby's. All 3 of those teams with 15 minutes in the attack phase already above 50 points. Again, we have seen teams though put a lot of focus onto controlling hardpoint and kind of faltering once we get into the raid phase. We'll see if Tarantul can kind of transition that one. We do have a heads up battle here though. FT, it's going to be the head actually winning out on that one, and a member of Arby's showing up. Gambusa swinging around as well on a mini copter here, just looking patrolling the skies for a fight.
No, I think they've just. I was waiting to say landed, but they've just crashed on that hilltop there, I think. Yeah, here we are. This is a good shot. They've actually got backup as well in the form of Johnny and Alexei. I'm going to get swing around here. Too.
Yeah, I think they're going to realize that the patrol helicopter was actually taking over the water, so they can't really contest it. They might just be looking for the fights, to be honest, here, just to try and get the PvP points for themselves. There is a lot. As you can see, FT members getting pushed up right now. Gambusa end up losing out on one, but Mbali will go for that wide swing, pick out one more, back away. No, Cloudy actually survived
He
there.
survived that
Thought
one.
he
Yeah, he
went
was pretty
down.
low in health, but I think he made it out there. He is crossing a lot of open ground here with a couple of members of FT. Why? I'm not sure. Oh, gotten away with it. So. Quietening up on this hilltop. I think you're right. I think they've realised as they've arrived that it's a test that.
Now, luckily for them, it's not all a complete loss, right? Because they get a decent scout at the very least on this FT base, and we have to note that it is very isolated down here in the south. And when you have these isolated bases in base invaders, you do kind of make yourself a target.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword for sure. It doesn't always go the same way, but you're right. The vast majority of the time, look how far away this is. So the vast majority of the time, it's a hindrance more than anything else because it really just means that no one's going to come to third party if you do get raided. So if you can defend, great. But if you're relying on there being a crossfight to help you out, then that's not going to happen.
And the way that they're built as well, they've got dome to their north, so that's going to cut off like a lot of the buildings. So trying to get a raid platform down could be a little bit difficult on that north side. They have the shoreline to their south, so really the only feasible angles to approach is going to be from the west to the east. And
Yeah.
seeing as how there's almost no bases on that western side, we have a cluster of bases on the northeast of them. They're basically going to have to approach from that angle. So it's going to be difficult to try and go for a raid without getting kind of stabbed in the back by any other bases that can, or any other teams that actually rotate in from the north side.
They're not an easy route to that one at all. Looks like
Oh,
Hardpoint has gotten very busy since we've been away.
yeah. Tarantul only had about last time we were here 3 members trying to control now, and now we have about 4 teams showing up. NR are here, Heyo as well, and I thought I might have seen another team, but no, it's just going to be these 3 right now. So with NR pushing in, Heyo as well helping evict the Tarantul members. A hard point is not being controlled currently, so no points are being picked up by either of these squads. They need to clear them out if they want these points.
Yeah, depending on whether or not either of these teams was in control when the other one turned up, then their points accumulation could just be paused if they were previous. But either way, they're not getting any right now until they get rid of this team.
And quick update, Arby's now has actually taken over the lead. 2 kill, have also propelled themselves above Tarantul, who last we checked in were trying to control over this hard point. So Arby's, we got to see them a little bit earlier on. I believe they were possibly in the area where the patrol helicopter was. They're sitting at 72 points, 2 kill with 65. Oh, maybe we can check in with them in a little bit, but we do have a small skirmish here as NR are trying to push in more members. Yeah, it looks like they might have actually been able to take control over this right now as they've cleared out one Heyo member. And we do have, seems like, a few more people trying to run in. There's Heyo, Lennox right there in the corner, along with Joey. Tarantul coming back as well with possibly 4 members to try and take this one back. But with 10 minutes remaining, or well, excuse me, 11 minutes remaining here, they still have their work cut out for them. I don't know how many more points you can actually pick up at this point if it's going to stay contested here.
Harvard got surprised by Alexei there and still managed to turn around and beam him. He was on 3 HP, just survives that fight. I think that is the last member Halo that was actually in the vicinity. I think Joey might still be in the border of the hard point over here. As you said, he's got pressure from turn tool on 2 sides. A little bit sweaty over there.
Oh, another member of Heyo have actually shown up. TQ has to be careful. Murloc
Right.
on the other side of this wall right now, but He could be swinging himself into an angle. Oh, looks away at the
Oh,
wrong time. But the trade comes in. Murloc falls. TQ still up. And so they can try to pick him back up. Throughout all of this, though, Link is just proving to be an absolute nuisance, not allowing NR to pick up any points whatsoever.
it looks like he's gonna repeat this angle in the moment, but he's gonna be too late because NR have already resuscitated their teammate and they're away.
We've
This is
got the
good play though.
third patrol helicopter spawning in right now. The first one was taken in the middle of map, not too far away from this hard point. The second one down there at the south side of the map. We'll see where the third one goes. But it looks like NR might have been able to do it, but just not in time. As soon as they cleared out Heyo, Terrence will show up once again. And so it's going to be a battle. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left here on the attack phase. And for the last 3 minutes or so, no team have been able to make constant fighting.
Yeah, there's no one really pulling ahead either. They're pretty even on points and quite a lot of PvP happening in the stage, which is nice, especially around the hard point, which I don't know if anyone's really maintained control of this. It looked like that Gabu set looked like they're just in the distance here. Well, they might be closer than.
Yeah, Gambusa have been kind of all over the map. We saw them just earlier, of course, down there trying to contest the second patrol helicopter, but they're back now here over at the hard point to try and fight for themselves. Straffy, oh, ends up going down. Blago picks that one up. Straffy, though, still bleeding out at this point. They haven't been able to confirm it. Kirito will go ahead and look on over as Blago tries to push up, but it's a 2v1, and Hickstar will be able to take him out. Hixar gets picked back on up and are trying to reinforce from the other side. Have a few more members coming on in. Oh, no, no. TQ has been lurking this whole time, holding that angle.
God.
Picks up 2 kills for himself and backs away. But he's got to be careful as the Wyvern comes in from the flank. Will be able to clear him out. Now, Terrence will have to deal with the other NR members coming in for the reinforcement.
This is just a back and forth here. The timing on these spawns coming in is just causing like waves of like half teams coming in, which I think is part of what's preventing everybody from gaining control. No one's really at the full force they want to be.
Yeah, the difficulty about like playing hardpoint here, especially on Rust, right? For Rust, is just that like if you're fighting over launch and stuff like that, you need the time, right? You need the time to like set up your flanks or like approaches and stuff. But the hardpoint is completely different in how like this objective works compared to like other vanilla monuments that you actually have in Rust. Like you don't have the time to try and go for this flank, right? Because there's only the limited time, 30 minutes, 7 minutes, well, remaining now here in the attack phase. So you kind of just have to push it and force the issue. And but when you do, you're walking into these angles. NR pushing out from the right hand side, catches a few members of Tarantul coming in for that reinforcement. Fervid picked up one. He's about to go for a
Back
2v1
up.
peek. He's got to be careful. Oh, nice little pickup there. It looked like he did have backup, yep, of Bobber coming in. Does he hear Straffy on the other side? Gets behind cover just in time, but oh my goodness, Straffy is putting in work. He
Made it around
does
the other
back
side.
away, though, behind cover just in time. But as he goes for another peek, he's just not able to get that critical damage, but he is doing a lot.
He was scaring the pants off of them though. There was so much damage coming their way. Look, he downed at least 2. He downed one of them, and it got further down here pretty low as well. Took 3 people, and I think a second team on the back end here before they could get rid of him.
Yeah. So they're at least getting the PvP points at this point, even though they're not accruing the hard point objective points. We do have, I believe, the third patrol helicopter has gone down.
Uh-oh.
No sight of it
Oh, here
at
we
this point.
are.
Oh, wow. There
Oh,
it
now
is,
who's
all the way on the
this?
west. And we were talking about isolated bases. Well, this is definitely an isolated base, and it looks like Gambusa, with 6 minutes left here on the attack phase, might just go straight after Poplarm. It looked like they might have been setting up a raid platform. We do have some bounties down, so this is a little bit scary. We were talking about, being an isolated base. Well, Poplarm are here on the western side. Gambusa, they have full control over this helicopter right now. Looks like another team actually showing up. Team Ass are inside of their compound right now. Oh, this is such a scary predicament for them.
Yeah, I was just about to say, it looks like that's not the only problem Pop Farm's got, because their base is full of ass. Look at this. T-Dog's here. Gellen's here. Oh, this is bad news, Jamerson.
Yeah,
The move
I
doesn't
know
finish
how
either.
bad it can be when, like, you're just full of ass. Like, I have a newborn right now, and he's hit that phase where I'm changing his diaper every 30 minutes, and you're just kind of rolling the what is this base? Uh, I what? You're missing like 1,000 walls,
Yeah, yeah, it's like an open
Poplar.
plan sort of style they've gone for. It's not what I'd have done, certainly. I don't know if modeled on a tech office, I think.
Yeah. Where are the sleeping pods?
Oh, they're over there behind the build
And
table.
oh, okay, yeah, yeah. I can see the idea. I can see the concept. But here in Base Invaders, it's not gonna work.
I think
Oh
there was
my
supposed to
goodness.
be doors in these frames, maybe.
The scariest part is that why do they have so many hatches too? It's like, okay, 1C4, great. What was the point of making like all of this sheet metal when you have all these hatches that just go down to 1C4, couple rockets? It's uh, oh boy. Poplarm is a team that we've seen in Base Invaders for a while, so I don't know exactly what happened here. If they just ran out of time or
It does
what
feel a
the
lot
hell
like
happened.
that's probably what's happened. I feel like there was something else was supposed to occur here. I don't think we're seeing its final form to give it credit. I feel like they've been interrupted during the process here. They have
Kind of
definitely. I've
ran out
seen
of
bases
like
of
their
theirs
building
before,
budget.
and they've definitely completed full structures. It is quite ambitious having to build a base for sevens. Maybe they had a new idea and it didn't quite work out how they want.
Yeah, I okay. So what is this? One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 by 5 with double honeycomb on on two sides and single honeycomb on the other. So it's probably you've got the doorway meta for their TC. So that core design doesn't matter as much. But I mean, ask go in and they see the floor print and they know exactly what they have to do. They just have to pummel from side with rockets at this point. Like that's going to be their best bet if they want to raid this one with 3 minutes remaining. I mean, that has to be the intention, right?
I
Why are you
guess
still in
so.
our base? Are you going to raid us?
Okay, well the thing is they can just sit here and if they can maintain presence, they can farm some vehicles until it's time to blow stuff up. I really hope they've brought their boom with them.
I mean, if you're not running around with boom at 5 minutes in the attack phase, or when you're inside, or you're not having someone come over with the rest of your boom, you're doing something wrong. We do have Gambusa with some presence outside. You can see Cloudy just outside of the compound right now. They do end up picking, I believe, the rest of those turrets, or they might have not actually gotten the points quite yet. But Gambusa is still, again, I have to say, like they have been really proactive throughout this attack phase, showing up for almost every single objective. But surprisingly enough, despite all of that activity, they're not even in the top 10 of our leaderboard right now.
Yeah, I think this is perhaps their most successful. I was about to say their most successful run, but did you just see that many coming away from here? Did those just get stolen? I just noticed Ass jumped up to 108 points here, right? And I think they just flew in on a mini and
Oh
stole
no.
stole
Oh
those crates.
no.
They're
Well, I
back
mean,
on.
they could have, or they might have. That might have been the squad that, or the two men of the ass squad that like were trying to fly in the boom for themselves. Cloudy has actually made his way on top of the roof. They climbed in with the ladders. We see here an M2 also from the side. So for a counter, this could be incredibly strong for Gambusa. You can see like how big of a sightline they have. Oh wait, no, that's White X up there possibly with that M2. Again, CEO Upsy has to push up to try and deal with that threat right now, as White X is trying to back
Got the
away.
hill line on him though.
Yeah,
With
this is
X's
scary.
head poking out there like a
Oh,
gopher.
oh, nice peek. So there was a two-man of Gambusa there on the other side of the walls. They're able to spray him down, and then Opsy comes in for the finish. A member of Poplarm spawning on the outside bag. This is a little unfortunate for Poplarm. They might be the first TC to go down. We got 1 more minute left here in the attack phase, and they have absolutely no control over this base.
I feel like it might be advisable for us to stay here because it doesn't look like this. They're Gambusa or Ass. I'm gonna take this pretty quickly.
Let's see. Asar still inside right now in the inner peaks currently. And as soon as we hit that 5 second mark, we're gonna start hearing the C4 going down. They have a pretty rough idea that like TC, more than likely not in this core. Gonna have to try and go for those doors. Oh man, the inner peaks, when they start getting used against you, that's like one of the worst feelings in a raid.
Someone just landed on the roof, Jamerson. That. It's more members of Gambiosa.
They are finally actually putting themselves on the leaderboard now. 32 points for them in the top 10. Four members of Gambusa up
There.
top on the roof. I don't know if you guys want to send all four members
I
throughout the
don't know. That's a
same
good idea.
door, but they dropped down. And now we've got a shootout inside of the inner peaks. Two-man peak, possibly. Hard points no longer active. We are now in the raid phase, and Gambusa pushing up. They will clear that out. The C4 is going down, and that's going to be Boom getting stolen now for Gambusa. But we do have a few more members going for the contest, as it looks like Ash are still active here.
Yep, still
One, two,
four
three.
members of them. Yeah, four of them still in here, and there's C4 going off everywhere. Like they've made mincemeat of these ladder these ladder hatches, as you said.
Oh, and so many doors are left open to the C4. They're going to go ahead and straight drill down through the center of that core as well. But they'll note that it's going to be the similar story throughout. Luckily for them, though, they found even more bedrooms.
Oh,
This
no.
has gone from bad to worse to like Armageddon level, just terribleness for this squad right now. For Poplarn, they've not just lost control of their base, they've lost control over their bedrooms.
Pushing. Interested as to why he's pushing this wall in particular. Ah, I see. Going around the garage doors. Doesn't look like there's anything else opened up on this side.
Yeah, I, I don't know. This is such an odd base for them, right? Because they still have to deal with like the triangle doorway hallways on the outer shell, but I don't know. They must know something or they suspect something because they're just trying to go through the shell or excuse me, through the core at this point. But I honestly do not expect this TC to be in core.
No, I think it's more likely to be on the outer side through the doorway passages, like you said. But I mean, given what we saw from the roof, we don't really know how much of the outside on this they've managed to complete. There could be doorways and no doors, like there is upstairs.
Regardless, though, they can take their time. I'm surprised, that it's already taken this long. 2 minutes. I was expecting, one of the 30-second TCs that we've had in the past. They're going to go ahead and go through these armored doors right now, but I suspect that probably just leads outside. So
Yeah, I think
I don't know
so.
if that gets them that much information.
Probably just so that they've got a nice route back in if they need to. Yeah, that's that one there. And it looks like they're just kind of taking their time.
Well, there's no one from Poplarm actually up, and I'm wondering if that one bedroom or was that all their spawns? There's no way that was all their spawns.
But I think that might have been I think that was the second spawn place that we saw of them, but they have destroyed it, so that could have been the last one, which means they haven't got any inside left. And I don't see any of them on the outside either. There's no one else
Yeah,
here.
we saw
It's not in Bath.
we saw a few members of Poplarm spawning on the outside like bags as well. So it might just be indicative that they don't have spawns in this base anymore. Oh, that's so unfortunate. So Ask could just actually leisurely take their time. You can see, um, yeah. I think this roof was just kind of indicative of the state of this base, right? Not having any kind of peaks. Just this is not a defensible base, especially from a top down. And so, Ask they're not even gonna actually maintain all their members here. A few of them are hopping on a heli right now, probably going back to base. There is a moment of control at the very least. Yeah, you can see two members of Ask actually leaving. Gambusa, they tried to set in that four-man. There it is, the TC getting taken. And it was just a matter of time. I'm surprised it took this long, but Poplarm will be the first team out.
Yep, right here.
Oh,
So that was
so it was
Cody.
in the core.
Yeah, it was.
Huh.
Ouch.
Was not expecting that whatsoever.
That has propelled Ass to the top of the leaderboard.
Yeah, that's going to be the 40 points for them. They didn't get much in the way of PvP throughout this raid, but they did get it throughout that attack phase when they were controlling, because we saw just full control over the shooting floor. Right now, though, no active raids quite yet, surprisingly enough. Yeah.
That's very surprising. I mean, there's got to be some PvP going on somewhere, but pop over to close up to junkyard where one of our helis came down earlier on. See quite a lot of people inside Laggy's base.
Yeah, it's 2kill still in there. We saw that earlier on throughout the attack phase, where 2kill did send a few members inside. There we go. C4 is starting to go off right now. Looks like Victim is inside by himself. Vertiles, though, has shown up to help him out inside of that base. The C4 going down now. They do have, it looks like, a few contests. Mississippi was another squad showing up to possibly try and counter this raid. Laggy are inside currently. We'll see what their defense looks like. And it's going to be a very similar base to what we just saw from Poplar, except completed. I think, for Laggy.
We have to do a slight adjustment here because being in the realm of all this boom, there we go. It's a little loud on my end.
There we have it. As 2kill actually have roof control. You can see Delta Spy is up there for his squad. So Laggy are kind of stuck inside of their core currently. They might have a few members possibly in the compound, but for 2kill, they've got complete control right now as Mississippi actually extremely close, but they're having to deal with a threat themselves. Heyo might be raiding them on that other side. So for 2kill, despite having a lot of teams in the area, they're fortunate enough to have another raid going on, distracting away from this one, largely going uncontested, and now they're just getting the free boom off. They've made some short work of these outer doorways right now. You can see all the C4 going down as well. There's still going to be plenty of doors for them to go through. Never mind. Laggy end up going down to Mississippi. So Mississippi, despite having to deal with Heyo outside, they're able to snipe this TC away from 2kill.
I think this was Don entirely on his own. I couldn't see other members of Mississippi that are still alive in here. Don's been like hanging on for dear life with multiple members coming after him, but it must have just
No way.
Must have been around here. Here?
No. That would be like the wait, no shot.
I feel like that might have
no shot. What? Okay, I don't. What is going on with the TC placement today?
Yeah, that's some really strange TC placements this week, huh?
Like guys. 2 doorways leading into your TC. Like, no, you never do that, and you can see exactly why. The easiest raid snipe coming up from Mississippi. While I think they might be defending their base themselves. You can see, yeah, Heyo are outside their base right now. One member of Mississippi decided, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and snipe this TC away. Mississippi, though, on top of the hill line, their compound has been dealt with. You can see multiple entrances in. 4 or 5 members of Mississippi up top as Heyo are now starting to pummel in from the side. The rocket comes in, and this tree line is actually kind of working against them. This is allowing Murloc a lot of free cover just to go for the pummel for free.
They're taking care of an awful lot of these trees. I don't know how long that cover's gonna last for them.
Oh, they have opened up the side of the shell as well. Honeycomb gone down from this angle. The peak's being utilized by Mississippi as Lays tries to push out, but he's instantly dealt with currently. See, it's pretty good control from Heyo. They're not all approaching from one angle. Another team has just gone down. That's going to be Kavas going down to Chi 2s. Ooh, nice little cheeky peek there coming out from Flop, and that's going to give them a lot of presence. V-Kid as well, pushing out through the walls. Might be naked, though. We'll see if he can pick up a gun to try and deal with Heyo.
I think you're right.
A lot of damage there.
Oh, he hasn't got one yet. Wasn't him.
Pull out a rock. Oh, he's got a gun. He's got a gun. T-Sid, what happened there?
Was that a naked fake? Was he pretending he didn't have one? Didn't see
no,
the strap?
He did not have one. He actually picked it up off that body, I believe. Yeah.
There, yeah, you're right. It must have been right there. Oh, good timing.
Oh. This was looking like such a good raid for Heyo. They've lost out on a lot of presence. You can see the boom has been slowing down. Mississippi, though, with the trades, they still have to push out. You got Lays out on the outside right now as Heyo are trying to get back through their beds and try to find some loot. Looks like Valeria will be able to deal with that one threat. of that counter push coming up from Mississippi. But again, just the simple fact that you're able to, make a play like that, get a few kills, it allows you to start sealing. I believe a member of Mississippi has already started to seal some of the damage done to their base right now. The boom has stopped as well. They're getting down more compound walls. Great defense coming out from Mississippi.
Oh, focus dropped. That looked intentional, and he looks like he's healing back up then. I think they're trying to push out here on this flank along with Lays. So you can see Heyo are ready for it, though. They're way down here. Oh, look, Dawn's back. Dawn Humpty.
Hey guys, what's going? Oh, we're getting raided. Oh, sorry guys. I believe
just
Don was the
respawned
guy
inside.
right over at the laggy base that was able to
Was
snipe
indeed,
away
yeah.
that TC. All right, looks like Heyo though are ready to try and make some more progress on this base right now. Of course, the compound wall's going down. Not too much of a hindrance for them. They can just continue to go for the pummel from the side. Another base has just gone down. That's going to be Booby taking out Team Cuties. So, yeah, I believe that might be our 4th team eliminated here in the raid phase.
Getting some reports from chat. There's some game sounds, so I have increased that a little bit. It has definitely been on the entire time. I'd be a little bit too quiet, so we've made that loud for you. Let us know if that is balanced a little bit more. Eskern's out here. E-Kid with him. That's 6 HP? 5 HP?
Ooh. Oh, he's getting pushed, though. You can see Valeria wants to clear him out. He's trying his best to heal up, but he's got more members coming out. Lay's taken low. And now, Heyo dealing with these pushes coming out from Mississippi. V-Kid, though, that was a man that was able to come out as a naked. Lays has been a constant threat on the outside of his compound. Goes for another peek, but Valeria won't be able to win out on that trade. Goes for a 40 HP peek onto V-Kid. That was a really ballsy one, but he's got the backup, so I can understand why he tries to go for that. Still, no. Mississippi are largely contained to their base, but you can see what this constant pressure from Mississippi to push out from their base has been doing. It buys them some time. You can see the seals coming in. And so despite putting in 8, 10 rockets into the side of the base, a lot of that work has just been completely erased.
Rocketing has really slowed down. Good work from them. The V-Kid heading back in again. Or is they... Oh, he might have been told that there's more people turning up on the outside because 2kill are just putting down their raid base, I think. Uh-oh.
Yeah, this one's personal for 2kill, right? This is the team that got the TC snipe from them, and so this will be really nice for them to pick up at the very least. A little bit of revenge up against Mississippi, who stole that TC away from them, and now this is where things get very, very scary for Mississippi. They were largely able to deal with that threat of Heyo from the other side, but now you're going to be getting pummeled from 2 separate angles, and it's gonna really stretch apart your defenses. The fact that they were only getting raided by 1 squad allowed them to go for those push shots, but trying to find that moment, trying to find that tempo in these raids to be able to push out for your defense, it's gonna be so much more difficult.
They're ready to go as well. It looks like they're kind of pushing quite far from their raid base. I wonder if they're going to try and deal with some of the competition here before they start their raid attempt. Yeah, that's definitely what's happening here. Getting very close to Heyo on his flank.
I don't know exactly if Tarantul are showing up as well for this counter. You can see their base off in the distance. We do see some boom over there. I'm wondering if that's some rocket PvP or what exactly is going on over there for Tarantul. But here it is. It's 2kill now, actually getting closer. And I'm surprised. Yeah, they were built on the opposite direction, basically, of Heyo. But they've put themselves extremely close to Heyo's raid platform at this point to start pummeling on in Mississippi. Unfortunately, now they know that they're getting raided by multiple squads here. But Dawn, he is the constant thorn in the side for 2kill. Did he pick up one more? No, he will get cleaned up. And now 2kill. They've got to be a little bit careful here. They have to understand that, hey, someone's going to be pushing out. You can see that Heyo now. They're going to try and deal with them. This is becoming a maze of walls on this side of the Mississippi base.
Well, the whole thing's surrounded by them at this point, I think. Like, you go around here as well. You can see the rest of the members of Heyo. They've got a whole bunch of walls to sit at as well. This is rough. I imagine all the angles that you're going to have to pay attention to when you get from this raid base here, even just to get to the compound wall, which, like you said, has been sealed up again. So a lot of
I'm
ground to cover.
wondering I'm wondering if for 2 kill, because of how Mississippi were built up on this hill, if the angle that they approached from was just too steep, for them to, like, really safely try to rocket from, and they were trying to find maybe a little bit more level ground, where they could be a bit more accurate with their rocket shots. But again, if you're pummeling, just pummel. I don't know if you have to worry about positioning at this point. You can see the shooting floors getting worked on now, by Heyo currently, but we're seeing the constant repairs coming out from Mississippi to deal with this threat. They've got people on the roof. Beskar is up there right now. He's got a really great angle on
That's a
these
good
raiders.
angle here. I'll have to go up and see his shot down because it is causing havoc for Heyo coming in. Opening up the spot that they've done here hasn't really helped them any other than just increasing down angles that they have to worry about as they're coming in this spot. I think you're right. They really needed to be getting, if they were going to blow a hole in this side of the base, they needed to be lowered down away from the shooting floor.
They've upgraded a lot of the outer core, or excuse me, outer shell and honeycomb, I believe, to some armored. Ooh, silver. Ends up getting taken down there. You have to remember, when you do rebuild your base, there is a gray space. It's not like you're going to have full HP armored. It's still going to have to work its way up to the full HP. Here comes 2 kill, once again, starting their rockets once more. They were slowed down a little bit. They do have the counters. Heyo coming in. T said has fallen. 2 kill has dealt with it. For Mississippi, though, it's all about rocket PvPs to try and hold on to their base. Really, when you're getting raided, anything goes.
I don't think either 2kill or Heyo are particularly fussed about pushing further in yet, and I think that is the right strategy. I have to say, I can hear a lot of boom happening over to the side of us. I think we need to go check what's going on. I don't think our boom circles are working too.
Yeah, it seems that way, because I believe Tarantul are getting raided right now.
Apparently aren't.
A lot of members have pushed out. Yeah, there it is.
Ooh.
Arby's. Wait, no, it's a raid. Okay, the render distance just pulling in, and Arby's, they're getting raided by what, 2 teams right now. We got Booby and Tarantul. So for the time being, Arby's have control of their base. It doesn't look like anyone's inside their compounds, on their roofs. They're just getting pummeled from the side. A lot of armored on this corner, but that shell has been absolutely destroyed. But that is a lot of armored walls to still go through. Unfortunately for them, though, they are on very flat land. I don't know if they're going to be able to find angles on these rocketers.
Netherlands round here, you don't see this very much. It's usually horrifically angled all over the place. So, like, a real, like, long stretch of even ground, because they're pretty much the same height as Tarantul as well.
Wondering. Oh wait, no. That's just all the walls that Abubi have put down. It looked like it might have been like the remnants of a base, but no, it's just it is just straight up PvP walls for them. The raid platform is here for Abubi. This is actually a really nice angle. They do have height, and it looks like they might even, be on fairly close to even ground with that roof of Team Arby's. So it's you can see why they wanted to put down all those walls. A nice little angle there for themselves. But Tarantul are going to keep with the boom right now. They have made a lot of progress, but they have been slowed down because they have hit that armored core for themselves. That's going to take much more time to try and get there right now. It's a base race, basically, for Abubi, but they have a lot of ground to try and make up.
What a mess. They've got a pretty defined corridor that they're trying to push into here, and they're just kind of like running into it. They're running into each other and not making much progress. But the thing is, Arby's, they're having a lot of force to defend this side, and I wonder if that's allowing Tarantul to make it. Yeah, you can see them. They're actually into the compound now on this other side.
And I think what's working against, what is it, Abubi right now? I saw someone dead on their raid platform, and they had to send 2 members back to clear that one out. So they are getting countered here. I don't know if it was an Arby's member or who came out, but yeah, they got countered just a little bit, and so they're regrouping right now to try and continue that. Oh, Wildberry.
2 members of Arby's on the back line here. This is an excellent idea. One of them is armed. The other one looked like he was naked.
Yeah, if he could just pick up one rocket.
It's
What?
one.
MP5 coming in with that one. That's a really quick response time coming out from Abubi at the very least. So,
Ready for that one,
despite going down, they instantly send 2 back, but that just means progress on the raid has been slowed down, and they're already slower on the raid than Terran Tool. The only thing that they hope for at this point is just that, that the TC is actually on this side of their base. More members of RB's running back, and looks like, he might actually be able to find a gun for himself. I don't think there's anything strapped on his back, but he is running with intention.
Obviously found some armor on his travels. He's all the way right to the raid base. Like, I obviously are ready for this, because obviously it's not the first time that someone has attempted to attack them from the flank, but he's gotten round him. He just needs to get to a gun. Oh,
he's been spotted out. They are on full alert right now, and they're even starting to wall up their flank, and RB's members continuing to find angles here. Do they have like stashes up here?
What is this that's happening? This is this is a previous base, it looks like.
Okay, so this was a previous base, and they're finding loot here.
Down here. Yeah,
on their
loot
resupply.
everywhere. Nice.
That's insane. Okay, wow, this is actually huge potential for them to actually be able to counter this raid. Really unfortunate for Abubi, because actually Abubi ended up taking out, I believe, Cuties, and this might be the Cuties base, and so not picking up all the loot is working against them at this point. Now is definitely concerned, turns around to try and deal with this. He's got a backup partner of Raynor. The wall's going down as soon as he tries to go for that peek currently. Push up coming out from players. He's dropped low, but he gets the wall down just in time. Ellipsis tries to hold that angle for himself, but multiple members of Abubi are here once again, dealing with the flank of the raid defenders. But again, even though you're going down, you're slowing down the raid of Abubi, but they still have to deal with Terran Tool.
Unfortunately, it does. This is the trade-off that they've had to make. It was absolutely the right decision, in my opinion, to be pushing out and taking out one of these teams. But in doing so, it looks like Terran Tool have started making a real mess in here. Taking out this, well, they have control of this spawn area. Would expect those beds to be getting destroyed any moment. But they're all over the compound.
Yeah. And before we were keeping an eye on that raid defense, we saw that most of this outer shell has been dealt with. They have absolutely cored them. The pommel's still coming in. They have worked their way through armor, and now they're back onto sheet metal. A little bit of defense, though, coming out from Arby's at this point. They've cleared out 2 members of Terran Tool, but they haven't stopped the pommel. Oh, man.
Yeah, they're obviously going somewhere on the other side of this base, eh?
All right, some emergency sealing going down as they're trying to just put down some compound walls, or at least just walls in general. They did leave themselves a lot of space in between their base and their compound, so that's actually working for them to be able to get that extra little bit of coverage. You can see the seal coming out, but it's not fast enough. The rockets are still coming in, and unfortunately for them, they put a lot of effort into dealing with countering the other side of countering Abubi. Terran will have just had free reign. More repairs coming in, though, as they're trying to get some semblance of a roof back for themselves. We do have Wildberry pushing out, and I believe that might be the second kill that he's picked up here. Will it be a third? Straffy down to 40 HP. We'll go ahead and push up. He's got the backup, though, of 2 more members coming in. Kirito will help him clear it out, but they did end up getting the seal. This is a really good defense coming out from Arby's.
Yeah, they're doing phenomenally well. I'm super impressed. I think they also made the right decision where they pushed out as well, because if you remember, this was the side that had the majority of the high qual on it, so they've obviously been getting attacked here for quite a while. Tarantil haven't been making a lot of headway getting any further than that, so yeah, absolutely good decision, and the defense is really impressive. I'd imagine they've already gained some of their defense points for this already. They probably have some more ready to tick if they can clear out some of this, stop this barrage of boom for a couple of seconds.
Arby's are at 203 points right now. They're in second place. They're in first place. They have been so proactive in their raid defense. This is really impressive to see. Despite the damage, despite the hell that's going on at their base, they're still finding these moments to push out, really slow down the attackers, the raiders. You can see Abubi are trying to regroup themselves. Now, Tarantul are pushing in to try and gain control of that, and now this is where things start looking a little bit dicey. Tarantul are back on in, but Arby's is still alive. Never mind. Wyvern will be able to finish him off. They're going to send about 4, maybe 5 members, while a few will still continue to rocket pummel from the outside.
What's interesting about down here? Absolutely nothing. I thought they had made a way in
A
or
hammer.
something like that, but it was just obviously really interesting hammering in. The roof's starting to look a little bit rough, though.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time. Oh no. Could you could you imagine you're trying to defend and you fall into honeycomb without ladders? That would be so unfortunate if you were a defender, but it does seem like he was able to get out. Pummel continuing here. A lot of honeycomb that they have to get through at this point. Tarantul, they do have that grace period on the walls, so they don't have to, commit a full amount of rockets, but the fact that they have to expend a few more is just really unfortunate for them, as they will continue to try and make progress to the outside. Arby's, I still have to commend them. They're so active on this defense right now, but again, it's just a numbers game for them. It's just, things are looking really difficult. One member of Arby's, though, still trying to push out from the outside. Never mind, he gets cleared up. Arby's, things are looking more and more difficult. It's really unfortunate. If this was just a straight up, team versus team, we saw what they got to do when it was up against all boobies. Their raid defense, fantastic. Here in the 2v1, still a pretty amazing effort. But again, it's just a numbers game for them, and they're losing out on more defenders here.
Floor stack out here. I think you're absolutely right, by the way, Jamerson. I think if they were only defending against one team, they would have done this quite well. I don't think they know the numbers. It's like at least 14 enemies around here. I'm sure there's probably at least a couple members of the team around for an opportunity as well.
Yeah, for the simple fact that Arby's are on top of the leaderboard here on the raid defense is absolutely insane. They have been so proactive. They have been able to get their PvP kills. They've been finding their moments to go for the repairs. You know that this is actually a very well seasoned squad. In the way that they're approaching these raids, they're not panicking. They're doing what they need to for the defense. It's just coming down to the numbers. Tarantul as well. We know this is a squad. Hixar, Straffy, these are names we see coming in, week out here for base invaders. And so they have a game plan. They've got the numbers. They're pushing it.
Interesting that they've just found an armored door here. I wonder if they already had an idea of the structure here to get through to the core. They went straight through walls to get to this.
guys.
How many C4 is it for an armored door, Jamerson? Is that enough?
Definitely not 6. With 2 more on the wall as well.
Right, hold on, I'll consult the chart. I'll let you know.
Rust Labs actually just crashes with everyone right now. All right, there we go. They're continuing to work their way through these doors right now. But this is what the space is meant to do. When you've got these hallways like these, the triangle hallways with so many doors, and I'm surprised because it's armored doors, right? Typically, we see teams kind of just like, okay, yeah, you know what? We'll just go ahead and do sheet metal. That'll slow them down enough. But the armored door usually makes it that much more difficult.
Yeah, there was that recent buff to the armored door, wasn't there? I mean, it's been a little while now, but it definitely makes it much more viable, especially if you're running sheet metal. It's going to take just as long to get through the door as it is to get through the door frame. This is... I think they might be onto something here. This route was hidden as far as I can see. I didn't see another way in. Obviously, they've gone through a bunch of it now. Hail have just gone out.
That's gonna be my team ass. Wow, they got, I believe, what, the first TC of the day, down on that, was it the western base, that we got to see very early on. So Hayo getting knocked out, that was not something that we were expecting whatsoever. That's going to propel Ass into first place right now. 252 points for them. 2 kill, sitting in second place with 216. Arby's, the current base owners of this raid that we're watching right now on the defense, they are still sitting in third place with 215. Arby's, oh man, that was a nice little angle to try and find, try and defend. Unfortunately, though, too many members are here.
Like 4 guys in that corridor.
Can you imagine? You're trying to raid defend, you turn the corner, there's four guys just staring you down.
Right, here we go. They have removed this progress here. I think they ran out of C4, probably because they used it all on that first door, huh?
They had, yeah, I think what, close to 30 C4 at this point, just trying to get through this hallway alone.
Yeah.
And they did a lot of work as well. I mean, we saw that rocket, the pummel from the side did a lot of work on that side. They didn't find the TC there, so now they're gonna try and go a little bit more targeted instead of going for that splash damage. But we're starting to hear a lot of C4 from the other side. From I'm trying to remember who was counting, who was raiding from the other side. Oh, yeah, Booby was the other squad. Yeah.
They are also in on a lower level. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Might come in through here, eh?
they very well could have throughout all of this
year. This is Taranto. This is Straffi and Hexar.
Man, it's really unfortunate. Arby's, we're doing a great job in finding pockets to go for the defense, but eventually, yeah, it looks like they are starting to get overrun right now. I'm surprised. Typically here in Base Invaders, we don't see, 5 men, right, sticking together while they're trying to raid through the base. Typically, it's kind of like, hey, every man for themselves. Let's just go ahead and run through. But they are making sure that, they don't end up losing out on this base. They expended a lot for this. A lot of time, but also a lot of boom. So they don't want this TC to get sniped away from them. But you can see the base design itself is doing so much work for Arby's right now.
Very, very well. I feel like... This is interesting, because they've now located some more doors here. They're doing a pretty good job of making their way through this, I have to say. It looked an awful lot like they were just guessing, but they've managed to catch both armored doors, which means probably another set of route through here, maybe a jump up. They're blowing through pretty like... It's not particularly quickly, but they're being thorough. And like you said, they've got this whole... Really 5 of them in here, just keeping control of this whole area. Might take them a while.
I think for the fact that they are kind of, right, this is a very closed off base. This is a very enclosed base, right? You're not having to deal with peek downs. You're not having to deal with any of that. It's just straight up, you're in a corridor. So you just need to control, the angles of ingress at that point. And that's what the 2 members outside are doing, right? They've maintained, I believe, at least 2 members on the outside this entire time on their raid platform, keeping an eye on that. And that's the main point of access to where these raiders currently are. So the way that they're approaching this is very methodical, like you said, very controlled. It's a really well-oiled unit. It's slow, but we really haven't seen anyone die from the Terran Tool side as they've been inside of this base.
No, they just have control of this whole zone here. Like, the fact that it has been really tight seems to have worked in their advantage, because no one has come to clear them out and force 1 member at a time, usually. From Arby's.
Yeah, they've made so much progress on this raid so far. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, turns the corner right into C4, goes down. He thought he had his moment. He thought he had his moment in the defense. This is it. I'm gonna pick up an AK. I'm gonna clear out all 5 raiders. We're gonna win. We're gonna raid this. We're gonna win this defense. But they've made so much progress, Terran Tool have, on this base that they've actually wrapped around to the side that all Booby are raiding in from.
Yeah, there's a little bit of resistance coming in here from Arby's, and it looks like Mississippi are outside as well.
Oh, wow. They might have actually been able to deal with the raid platform of Terran Tool. If we can take a look at that, you can see extremely low health bars, 50 HP, 4 HP, 60 HP, Terran Tool. Now, we were singing them praises just before, but they lost control. Jack tried to push up. Mississippi have shown up now. This is going to be the 3rd team coming in for this raid on the Arby's base.
Well, they seem to be losing their raid platform in pretty quick order, though, unless this is a different one that they're clearing out themselves so they can maybe steal some loot. Yeah, actually, I think it might be. Have they adopted all Boobies one here?
No. All Boobies should be from, you can see their base off there. So they're on the other side of the road.
Yeah, there they are.
Did Terran Tool maybe have 2 raid platforms set up?
Whatever that was, it's been taken care of, and it looks like this is where Mississippi they're from. This is a good spot that they're at. Might be a little bit too late to be heavy pummeling from the outside. There's a lot of action and a lot of routes into this base now.
Yeah, I think if someone just swings a little bit further to the right to really get information to realize that um, you need to get inside, then they would actually send some more members up. There we go. They're gonna actually just clear out some of the compound walls. Maybe they're just pummeling just to try and find the get that first opening, right? And then ladder in and then start working their way on through. But we know that a lot of this side of the bases are actually been worked on by Terran Tool. It looks like we do have another TC kill coming in. That's gonna be 2 kill, taking out Kebab. That's gonna put them into first place right now. 264 points to 255 of Ass. We're currently sitting in second place. Team Arby's are defenders of this raid for the large part for what the last 25 minutes, currently in third place with 231.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job hanging on here. I was just marveling at the sheer amount of rockets that all hit there simultaneously. They really are pummeling this side. And now that I think about it, it's not the worst idea, because obviously there's a possibility that it's in one of these connecting corridors that we've got around the outside base. And this side is mostly undamaged, I think, at least from the outside. Don't know how much of that's been cored by Tarantul. So they could easily catch a straight TC here.
That's the hope. Terran Tool, though, are back inside of the base right now. Mississippi have a few members actually going it down. So looks like Arby's are mounting their defense once again. And we've commended them. We've commended them for the last 20 minutes and how good that they've been able to defend. But the numbers keep showing up. When it was one team, it looked fantastic. When it was 2 teams, it was still a solid defense. But again, the numbers are getting away from them. 21v7 essentially here. Their only hope is that, Terran Tool or Abubi or I forget who the third squad showing up were. They kind of turn onto each other to try and find that opening. But let's say for right now, Mississippi aren't too concerned about Terran Tool. On the other side, Abubi are getting free angles as well. But again, Arby's are doing a great job right now.
I think we best. It's so impossible to tell when this TC is going to go down here that I feel like we're going to have to go elsewhere just to see what is happening on the map, even if we do finally miss the TC. We'll have a look in the isolated bases, quiet areas, but they're all pretty centrally located now that the outliers have been taken out. We've got this one right up north here. Twos. And this is obviously 2 kills base here, where they mounted that attack.
That might have been the base that they just got. So it could be despawning in just a few moments. Chi2's just showing up to steal the loot.
Yeah,
quite
that's
possibly.
not their base for sure. Because
yeah, Kebab, I believe, was the team that 2 killed just took out. So this, oh yeah. This is the Kebab base. You can see Mario Ghost in them pushing up right now. Chi2's just trying to get some free loot or possibly turn to start raiding to kill. Here's the Mississippi base. No one's home right now. Of course, they're working on the Arby's base currently, which we can see. Yeah, there's the boom coming in.
Because that does seem to be one of the few places that has a lot of boom going on. And oh boy, that is a lot of boom.
I'm surprised for the amount of boom that has gone into this base. The fact that Arby's were continually able to repair, and fit a full ass palm tree
yeah,
into.
The feature tree's still there, so I'm hopeful.
Nature finds a way.
Nice pickup kill from Arkwright. Let's run it or enemies. This corridor is just through. Was that from this side? Oh, it must have been an angle here. A lot of these side corridors here are all cleared out.
But they've served their purpose. They've served their purpose. They bought time for Arby's. You can see the SEALs coming back in. They're repairing. Again, I can't sing them enough praises. This is such a beautiful defense coming out from Arby's. No one. I mean, I don't know what it's like in the comms for them, but they seem very composed. You can see even the boom actually getting thrown out by Wildberry there. He wants to try and just expel as many of the resources as possible. We do have more rockets coming in from this side though, but man, this is a beautiful defense being mounted by Arby's.
They try and push, but it looks like Weapon has got a bunch of them.
Oh, he's gonna push up now. No, he's not putting down any walls, so this is a little bit scary for him as he's going straight for their platform. V-Kit has a flank on him though. And
Doesn't have a
nope, never
gun yet.
mind. He's
Nope.
naked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good spot from Women is a good idea. Put some pressure on him from the side. Especially if he can do it all on his
This
own as well, because there's a lot of the rest of the Tarantula are all inside there, I think. 1, 2, 3 is still on his base on his roof, probably just giving some important peaks and fire, you know?
There's a nice little bit of like counter for them too, as well. We saw, Tarantul making really great work inside of that Arby's base, and all of a sudden, like all of them were dead. Their raid platform gone, and so for them to be able to push out and basically counter this counter, it's a nice little sign for them. All booby having to deal with threats of their own. Oh, this was the first squad, by the way, that showed up to try and try their hand at the Arby's base. But they're the team that has, it seems like, made the least amount of progress, really, at this point. Um, as Tarantul have been able to do so much work on their side of the raid, but Arby's looks like they are dealing with the threats inside Tarantul and in the bottom floor of the base right now, inside of the compound as well. But Arby's are out in full force.
Although we are trying to push down once again into the gap here. Making it in, but so far haven't made it any further past than the courtyard. This is looking good progress-wise, so I have to say they've got some support rockets coming in as well, which is going to make it harder to bend. You can see Conrad, one member of Bobby actually made it in through the honeycomb. I think he dropped down in the core there. Oh, Tarantul got it.
Oh, Tarantul ends up getting it. So finally, after about 30 minutes on this raid, Tarantul will be able to pick up the TC. That puts them only at 4th place overall. But you can see the spread of points between our top 5, not that big. Only 2 TCs basically separating our first place squad of Ass with 280 points and Mississippi at 202 points in 5th place. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. We do have 8 squads remaining here. So this one actually is a race between our top 5 squads, essentially.
Yeah, obviously, as the number of bases keep dwindling, the size of these battles is going to get to a ridiculous scale, with teams of 7 all making attempts to multiple raiding on the same base. That was nicely done from Tarantul. They deserved that. They had good control of that, I think.
Now, with how much boom that they had to actually use there, do you think they have more in the tank to go for another base, or are they gonna have to spend like the next 15 minutes farming a little bit?
Well, they had the most people inside that base at the point it was taken as well, so they will probably be lucky enough to get some additional boom, assuming the Wildboar didn't throw it all, obviously. But if there's any residual boom left in that base, they probably will get that. As long as they can get out with that, I would imagine they'll probably just be heading straight to their next target.
And now the battlefield thinning out quite a bit. It looks like the next target is going to be Gambusa. We saw this squad very active throughout all the phases, but unfortunately for them, they haven't picked up too many points. Looks like some work has been put into this side. Some of the roof has been demolished by Ass. You can see it looks like a rocket pummel to get through this outer shell, but this base is so chunky. I don't
Uh-oh.
know if you're going to be able to rocket pummel through this.
That one's a little bit further through, I have to say.
Oh, yeah. All right, we've got the M2 defenders on the roof right now. Ass, though, not really able to find an angle. This is a really nice placement for the Gambusa base. Just completely level, basically, on all sides. And so they do have ultimate height. They do have really nice angles to try and peek from. If they can get some repairs down, to basically get a bit more coverage here on the roof, would be really nice. They're going to need it soon. Two teams have shown up. So we've got Ass and NR out here. Ass currently are leaders, but not by much. Only leading 2 kill by 16 points.
Yeah, the gap between 1 and 2 has been really close this entire time. They have been trading back and forth for the entirety of the raid phase here.
All right, NR looks like they're looking to just regroup, taking stock of what they have. Wondering if teams are starting to run out of gas. You can see the boom has just completely stopped. We're not hearing anything here on the Gambusa base. You hear a rocket going down. There it is. The booming has recommenced. NR are trying, but Gambusa are pushing out at this point. Ass also trying to come in and get involved on this NR raid platform currently.
I feel like gas. I've run out of gas, Jamerson. Are they anymore? And they're making beelines towards NR's raid platform. I think they might be. to maybe pick up some of their loot.
They ended up what? I believe they've already gotten 2, maybe 3 TCs for themselves. Can't quite remember right now. But they are greedy. They're looking for a little bit more. Compound has been sealed by Gambusa, so they've got to make their way in once more. But yeah, they might just be completely out. Oh, wait, never mind. Compound door just left right open. So White X is going to be able to breeze on through, but it was a trap. White X,
What?
no,
What?
survives.
What?
What?
That said 0, right? You saw that. That said, wow.
It might have been 6 or 9, you know, one of the
Yeah.
curvy numbers.
So low. Unbelievable. On the turnaround as well. He wasn't ready for that.
Oh boy, he's back inside the base. He's got one more squad member inside as well. The boom has recommenced from both teams currently, but you got to be careful trying to push in. Nice little peek downs here for them to utilize from the rooftop. We know that Gambusa still have full control over their roof right now, so falling into this feels like such a huge trap.
Sorry. Yeah. I think they might get stuck in here, but well, I would have said they would get stuck in here, but they've left a large amount of the garage doors open, so it's not going to be as hard to get around the outside. So.
Alexi up top with that M2 right now. Got actually, what, 3 members of Gambusa still up top. Oh, their turrets have been taken out, so they've unfortunately lost out on their batteries. So it's going to be super important for them to not lose control of this roof. If they lose control of this roof, it might just be GG for, again, Gambusa. So they've got to really prioritize their life at this point. Nice little peek out there from CEO to take out one member of AS. But you can see they're still trying to boom NR, though, looking for possibly the counter. You can see Bob pushing in from the side here. Look for an angle. You can see the walls really indicate the battle that's been taking outside of the base more than anything else.
He's pushing on a T-Dog. It looks like he's got the advantage.
Oh,
that was Alexi from the roof.
Yeah,
wow.
Alexi really finding that moment to get involved in that fight. So Gambusa, they're slowly now crawling their way up the leaderboard. They have crested over 100 points. They're in 7th place out of the 8 remaining teams, currently at 108. Still cloudy. Now down. We're gonna have Alexi pick him up. He's got to be careful. He is exposed on that side. The rockets coming in as well from NR.
Their red platform's looking pretty solid as well. You can see from their angle over here.
Might want to get a wall down here. There we go. Look, it was a little exposed for a moment there, but yeah, they're safe.
So they've got a good route through here, though. As close on this side. Oh, where did Wittex come from?
Huge play coming up from White X. Yeah. He is getting flanked. Wait, ran right past him. It's going to be White versus White X on the other side. You can see the respawns are coming in. White X, though, gets peeked down. We'll go out. But still, again, finding the moment to try and slow things down at the very least. But now, Gambusa, they're still playing off the rooftop. They do have a little bit of control inside of their compound, but the AS members are still inside right now. The rockets continuing from Whites currently. They're being slowed down. They haven't made as much progress, it looks like, on this side of the base.
No, this side of the base does look pretty clean, doesn't it? I think this is one of the places that managed to get repairs started and actually completed, whereas obviously there's a huge gap on this side here.
This is where things are starting to look a little bit scary. Looks like T-Dog might actually get up onto the roof. There's 2 members of AS actually make their way on up, a 3rd member as well. And this is the worry. This is the worry for Gambusa. When your turrets are down, when your batteries are gone, now losing out on roof control. This was like the only point to try and defend here. K's gonna push up. That's Alexi going down. That was the M2. They have completely lost control of their base. This is a very scary proposition, Johnny, with the last-ditch effort to try to regain roof control with that Scrappy, but it's not going to be enough. He gets instantly sniped out by the NR members. This is AS now with full roof control over this base. NR, they're going to have to try and race them for the CC.
Here's on the sides. He looks like he's trying to make it towards that open gate. Right behind the member of AS. If he just turns around and sees it through, that's going to ruin that flank. The rest of them are across on this side. But this is totally Ass's game right now, isn't it? Because they are all over the inside of the base. They've got roof controls, a couple of people that have made it down into part of the core. And there is not a lot of defenders that I can see.
Yeah, this is just all about hoping that your base design holds up. You got the pancake layer there, but it's just all triangles. So, ooh, wow. Wow. We didn't actually get to see the inside of this base, but so much of these corridors have already been dealt with. And unfortunately for them, they didn't get the memo. Armored doors. That's what you need to slow things down. You can see how quickly the C4 goes through the sheet metal at this point. And so that's why teams are able to make quick progress once they get inside.
Whitex that's running around. They're getting pretty close. I can't see this lasting too much longer in here. There's not a lot of places left to go. The vast majority of the center looks like it's been cleared. All these corridors are gone. Down to sheet metal doors. We were seeing a lot of armored ones earlier on as well.
Yeah, and even a more terrifying indicator of how this raid is going for our defenders is that now they're respawning on outside bags.
Yeah.
That is.
Oh, here's the roof. Right.
Yeah. Again, that's why it was so important for them to be able to stay alive up top. Oh, okay, CEO. Oh, is this it? Is this the play? Yuki ends up taking out 2. That's going to allow CEO to pick up a gun for himself at the very least, but there's still members of Ass up top. And oh man, that was a really good attempt from Gambusa, but
yeah,
it's not going to be enough. There are just too many members of Ass up here.
Out as well as it could have done, I think. Right, so these guys are all the way back inside here. I believe K is somewhere deep in the core here, running through some doors, as was Whitex. And you can see, oh, wow, he's all the way down here, through at the foundation.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. This space is designed to just soak up time, though. But unfortunately for our defenders, for Gambusa, they just don't have the spawns anymore. Their roof, I believe, is just their primary spawn point. They lost out on that. Ass did a great job of sending 4 people up there to gain control of that. And one of the other raiders of this base, they've been completely slowed down as well, because now they have to deal with the outside bag spawns. It looks like for the most part, Gambusa are coming from that angle, so NR are just constantly kind of dealing with that of grubs coming in from behind them, while Ass are just left to just freely work through their base.
2 on this one. Hoping for a... No. I still think this base design is really, really good. I saw this getting built for the most part, and it is really, it's not necessarily, overly complex on the other side, on the inside. It's just huge. Absolutely massive, which creates its own problems trying to navigate when you're attacking.
Yeah, eventually you just kind of get lost. Where am I inside of this base? But it is designed to take the punishment. It is designed to slow down the raiders as much as possible. But the thing is, yeah, slowing them down is one thing. Getting the respawns is another. They've lost out on that front. And so even though you're slowing them down, it's just a matter of time. 37 minutes remaining here in the raid phase right now. Ass have pulled away from our second place squad in 2 kill. That's gonna be what, 38 points difference between them and first. Almost a full TC separating Ass from 2 kill. Honestly, if 2 kill just stay active throughout the rest of these 37 minutes and just pick up some PvP kills, they can continue to maintain this lead. NR though have actually been able to push up, and despite the presence that Ass had inside of this base, they had what, 4 or 5 members actually working their way with C4. They've lost out, and NR have kind of shifted the momentum in this raid.
I think because Ass have been forced to relinquish the roof, Apsy and Bolly have managed to get respawned and get some kits, and they're on the hunt.
There we go. They cleared out 1 more raider.
Yeah, that was 2 that they've just taken out there between them, and I think he's on the hunt for another.
A little trigger happy there, but hey, when you're getting raided, you just gotta shoot at everything that moves. I believe Johnny from Gambusa is actually outside right now. So NR, their raid platform might be getting dealt with. We'll find out in just a moment. Nice little kill there again, as Gambusa are still trying to maintain control of this base right now. This is huge for them to be able to get this back. Importantly, if they can try and find some beds, toss down some beds for themselves. to try and make this a little bit easier. Alexi has pushed out Ass, making a counter push on to the NR raid platform as well. This is just a lot of posturing and positioning at this point. T-Dog does get spotted out though, unfortunately. Looked away at the wrong time. That's going to allow Bob to take him out. There was a moment there. Maybe he could have dealt with that raid platform, but that moment is now gone. Inside of the base of Campusa, they're running out of places for this TC to be, but at this point, I think they might have kind of just lost idea of where they are in this space, the progress that they've made on this space. That is just so confusing when you're dealing with all these hallways.
They are very, very worried about NR being in this section of the base, Jamerson. I think that this is the route that was being taken by Ass, but is now NR that are pushing through here. And given, like we said, there's not a lot left, I think this might be the route. I found it.
Yuki, though, making sure he closes up the door at the very least. I mean, if they can find some doors, maybe pop them down. Even though a lot of progress has been made on this base, with 30 minutes left to go, I have to feel like teams are starting to run out of boom. So if you can just get these doorways down, that could be just enough for the full raid defense. Rooftop has been lost once again by Ganbusa. Unfortunately, it's NR that were able to basically wrestle it away from Ass a little bit earlier on. NR, they were slowed down for some time. Ooh, Alexi. Nice little cheeky kill there. So that's going to help them out a little bit more on this defense. Hey, close that garage door when you get the opportunity to as well.
I think we've cleared most of them. No, there's one member of NR here, which I might try to figure out what the floor is. That's him down. Oh, no, sorry. There's one more. Blago's on the roof. This is obviously going to give his team time to make back in the compound.
Yeah, I think the last bed that was on the roof has been dealt with as well. So the playmaking opportunity from the rooftop just basically gone. But hold up. I think they might have been able to regain the roof right now.
Just Alexi.
Yeah. Alexi got up there, 9 HP, clears that one out. Blago is at 11. Where is he inside of this base?
Down in the bottom. If this is the route that they were at before, sure that's that closed door that Yuki managed to get shut. And I think there's something behind. Well, not that door, but I think there's along that route.
Oh, Blago drops in. Oh, wait, never mind. I thought that was a defender. Got a little bit lost there myself. Well, he might be actually up top. And so NR have to be careful. They can't just allow Gambusa. Oh, Bali comes in, takes him out. Does he know that there's another person down here? There's drop down coming in from the defender. We'll go ahead and try and chase after him, but Yuki has to back away. He was even lower on the HP front. Will slowly heal himself back on up. As Yuki has been doing an amazing work on the defense so far. He's been finding a lot of moments for his squad, really slowing down the raids.
Or that room doesn't go anywhere.
Nope. Wow. it's been Yuki's sanctuary, safe haven.
Yuki's safe hold. Re-emerges.
He's got the M2 though.
I think we'll go back up to the roof here because I think you're right. I think they did get the roof back. Yeah, Volley's up here. A great downward angle. Oh, unlucky.
Oh. Yeah, it was a 1v2 peak there. Blago and Whites are ready for it. We'll see. Maybe he gets up. Maybe he gets up. And they can maintain this control over the roof right now. But also hearing some boom off to the side, not inside of the base. So I'm wondering what's going on. Maybe someone's getting raided and they have to like go back to try and deal with it.
Sure.
Because we haven't seen Ass
NR.
in some time. There it is, NR. Ooh.
Iron Tool over here with them.
Yeah, they've worked on the outer shell just a little bit. Straffy, nice little peek there. Brought him down to 4 HP. Should be able to finish them off. So this is actually a huge moment for oh man, I can't remember who was Gambusa now to basically rebuild themselves. Oh my gosh, what happened? NR, your base, where did it go?
Oh no. This is cores. Like an apple. Look at this. Oh, he's all the way up.
When did Terratool find the time to do this? And why did it take NR so long to respond?
I'm straight here after the last time they got cleared out.
I'm wondering if like the indicator for like the raid indicator isn't working for the teams either
That's
possibly,
potentially, yeah, that would definitely explain it.
because this is a lot of work, and we saw NR there at the Gambusa raid for the last 10 minutes or so, and this looks like at least 5 minutes of work.
But this door, that's... You can run in a circle around this door twice. Does it not go anywhere? Oh,
Nope,
it
it
doesn't go
does not.
anywhere.
Hey, all right, yeah, conserve on the 2C4.
But Jack's all the way through down in the base. It looks like he's pushed through parts of the foundation here. Well, Straffy's down here. They're everywhere.
Yeah, they see armored walls as well. I don't know exactly where that armored wall
I think
leads.
that's outside that direction. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be down to the peak downs. Okay. Ooh, NR cannabis finds a nice little kill there. Or did Straffy survive? Straffy survives. Nope, never mind. Goes down 7 HP. Doesn't have a team member here to pick him back up, unfortunately. So looks like Terrence will getting slowed down just a little bit. A few members spawning on the outside. NR trying to deal with that.
Gonna stand up.
Oh wait, 1, 2, 3's right there. Pick him up. Pick him up.
I think he's stuck. He can't. He's trying to crouch jump through this half wall. Oh, he might have actually been healing him from down there.
All right.
Excellent.
Terrence are back into things. They have control over the bottom floor of this base right now. NR might still have their roof spawns to work with, but the threat is inside the walls, not inside the roof. So they have to try and find a moment. Terrence, we saw in their last raid, right? I can't remember which base it was. We're working extremely well inside of the base together. Ooh, TQ though. Nice little angle there.
I don't think he's killed either of them, but he's down two. Let's get up to the roof and see what sort of defense they'll got from him. Yeah, they do. Have good roof control. You can see cannabis. Bob are both up here. It looks like Bob might actually be stuck in his own down peak though.
Yeah, this is a really formidable roof to deal with. I mean, of course they don't like have ramps for those peaks, just like the corner. I don't even know what to call them. Ramparts. I don't know like castle terminology that well, but those are the only peaks for them. But the fact that they have like this, very difficult for teams to try and deal with that. Ooh, picking up a TC there. That's good. Yeah. 7 squads, but that doesn't even put them in the lead. 2 kill who have been trading places with Ass this entire time. That only brings them within 20 points. Hey,
oh, hello.
raid indicators.
These are back. Looks like that might mean that one up there, I believe, because I think Cheetos were the ones who were the most isolated left up in the north. 2 kill are just kind of making their way down south through all these isolated bases, I think. Probably go here in that case. Yeah, look. Oh, this is their base. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Mississippi are eyeing it. Yeah.
Dawn. Another sneak mission, it looks like. Not really.
Yeah, remember, Don was the guy that sniped away this base in particular. Whichever base this was, he was the one that was able to snipe this away from 2 kill by himself while his team was defending a raid of their own. And now they're actually eyeing up this 2 kill base. But Vertile and Ghost are here, so they'll have early warning, early detection on this if it happens.
A lot of loot coming around. They're still sitting here from the last base.
It'd been maybe like the raid platform that ended up despawning there for 2 kill. But we have about 4 members of Mississippi now in. Vertile is on the roof though. I don't wonder if you can hear them from here.
Let's be able to hear that C4.
It looks like
I think they just started blowing this wall.
Oh, there it is. Okay, Vertile Dimension instantly spawns in. They are ready for this. Quick response coming out from 2 kill to try and deal with this Vertile from the Pingle. Gets taken down. Silver, quick to respond on that one. Dawn is inside the base right now, but wow, that's a lot of armor on the outside. Shell currently Dawn. Oh, there was someone inside the compound. Looks like they might have been actually able to trade. No, Delta stays alive. This is huge. This is huge for 2 kill to keep Delta alive right now.
It's a great defensive angle he's got. He should be able to see Coco Jamba there if he peeks. Nice, decided he's going to move around here instead. Jump on the silver bands. He might catch Dawn as well.
Yeah, Ghost ended up F1 killing from outside the base to get back onto the roof because they ended up losing out on Vertile. Nice little flank delta. The simple fact that he was able to stay alive, time that flank, and now this raid, as soon as it
And that's
started,
done.
it's over. We've all been there.
Wow.
We've all
Yeah.
been there.
Okay, so we're getting raided. Never mind. Never mind.
Hey, online for online, please. Bring back our boom.
Have a look and see what we've got. So there's 2 more down H12. This is Gambusa once again. So we'll come back to that. It looks like Ass are back there. And NR are still getting worked over by Tarantul and Obubi. These guys obviously like
might-
working similar spaces.
It might just be a one-man mission of Hollow here right now, because I don't see any other Abubi members in the area.
Oh, yeah,
So
very good point.
probably just keeping an eye on the raid to see if they want to come in for this one. There's only so many bases remaining, really, of the 7 squads. Oh, it's a one-man mission. Yeah, he was able to find some C4. He's going to try and make his way on through. We'll see. Get through this
Really
wall.
wanted
You're
to
going to
be
have
behind that
quarters
wall.
and quarters to deal with.
For him and for us.
Oh.
What? Right. Sorry. Hold on.
1 C4.
You will see. Well, yeah, there is that, but also, have they floor stacked their honeycomb? That is commitment. That's just a bit of honeycomb.
Yeah. Huh.
I wonder if that's walled, if that's half walled all the way around. That's gonna be.
That
a real
doesn't look
pain
like
to get
half wall
through.
though.
Yeah, they could have done it through the wall from a
Yeah,
half wall
just on the
other
inside
side.
of the portion. Yeah, okay.
I believe that
Try and
still
bait
works
people
even
in.
with the new building. Yeah, that's going to be strong though. That's really annoying to try and get rid of because it changes the stability, not the stability, the way that it
splash.
takes explosions and the splash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, having that extra like that floor there just to soak up a rocket or two. Yeah, that's massive. When you're down to 24 minutes, anything to slow things down. You're kind of really running out of time. You're really pressed for time here with 24 minutes remaining. Team Ass though, looks like still trying to deal with his Gambusa base, but well, they have roof controls. CEO peeks out. He ended up taking out one. He only took out one before he fell himself. So
If he fell down,
maybe.
oh, no, that's him there. I thought he'd actually fallen through the gap there, but he would have been so low health anyway. Oh, Ass has just taken that. I think that was 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Gambusa picks that one up. That brings us now down to 6 squads remaining. Ass with that TC will take another pretty jump in the lead right now over 2 kill. There's about 49 points separating them and 2 kill. And so, again, for Ass at this point, honestly, PvP. Just PvP for the next 23 minutes, and I think you secure the win.
As long as they can make sure their own base is secure, and then obviously they're going to pick up points from that as well if they get lucky with the breaks and that. Get some nice defense points added on top, and they'll be sailing. I think this is potentially where this was positioned. Looks like it was down that section that we were looking at here, because I'm pretty sure this is where we were earlier. Pretty sure that's where Yuki kept spawning from, right there. I think we were very close.
He was holding it down quite well off of that corridor. So now that brings us down to 6 bases. It might be 5 shortly. NR, though, have actually pushed out onto the Tarantul raid platform. They're actually right on top of the raid platform. Never mind. This might be a full raid defense coming out from NR. Only 2 members here for Tarantul, Straffy, and Kirito. So that's unfortunate. That is the raid over for Tarantul.
It does look like it, but I don't think NR have come out with sufficient boom, maybe, to take out this platform. I think they're could be just concerned about Kirito and Rafi on the outside here. Want to get rid of them first. Well, they do have boom. Shoot rockets at Kirito for some reason.
There it is. The C4 is going down. C4 is going down right now. So that's going to be a raid platform gone. I mean, you got the rocket, but you're like, no. We're gonna expend 7 C4 to deal with the beds.
I like that little bit of rocket peek. It was a warning rocket. We're heading your way. Tally-ho.
Oh, Straffy though. He took that one personally. He's like, okay, all right, you got our beds. Well, I'm gonna get these PvP kills. Well, it's gonna come around from the flank though. We'll see. Oh, hey, cannabis on the outside bag. See if you can possibly pick up a gun to clear him out. But yeah, this raid is over for Tarantul. Essentially, here's White going for the peak. Straffy though. We'll be
They're
able
in
to
this
take him
trunk.
out.
Wonder if they have spawns on this caravan also.
Oh, they might.
See more of them coming back here as well. Might still have a
Unf
little bit of a fight here, but I can still hear that boom going off. I think we should maybe go and check on that.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, just as we say that, Straffy ends up going down. Now, where is this boom? Well, it's got to be
Oh, I
close.
think it is here up in I-9, I-10 border, and it's Ass's base. But like you said, I think that has been defended already. That is already done. Then we've got some more happening up here, which is two
Oh, yep.
kill. But that also is either being defended or they actually might be throwing their own boom, given how long it is before the end here. I'm really not sure what's happening there. Well, I
Yeah,
think
we got what?
this might be an opportunity for us to take. Here, Jameson, just
Okay, yeah, yeah.
put us
I'll
in
be
here.
right back.
Will be very exciting for these final 15 minutes once everybody makes it to their destination.
All right, welcome back, guys, to Base Invaders. We took a quick little break, and I'm glad we got back just in time. It looks like two teams have converged on Mississippi's base. We got All Booby and 2Kill already making their way through the compound right now. And I'm wondering, did Mississippi get raided earlier on? This base got raided earlier on, right? They were able to defend?
Yeah, I believe they did. It clearly wasn't much of an attack in the earlier point though, because I would have expected much more of this forest to go down in the, as you can see, in the first place. Because it's actually still pretty thick around here. They've got a lot of defense, like natural defense.
Remember, I think last time around, 2Kill tried to wrap around to the cliff side and rocket from there. This time around, they're going more straightforward, basically from the direction of their base. Wait, hold up. Look at this flank coming out from All Booby on the other side, though. Coming up right behind 2Kill. It's a little bit scary. We'll see if he finds a moment to possibly pick up a gun. He's running around at 60 HP, so he might have actually just spawned in and might be naked. But if he finds a gun, this could be huge.
I think you're right. I think he has just spawned down. He's down the side of the hill. He's a little bit further away than I thought. Doesn't look like he's interested in trying to get around to the back of 2Kill's raid spot there. Either he's making it back towards the base. Where is he? And just running around, and now he's dead.
Yeah, he got spotted out there, so he's gonna end up falling. Mario is holding on the outside of this compound door right now. Lays spotting in from behind. Okay, so they're just trying to find moments here to maybe pick up a gun. Honestly, do like that. They do have what, 5 people up top on the roof right now. Dawn and Flop, they're inside of the compound currently. Mario, though, will try his best to try and contain them. But here's the instant push out. 3 members. Actually, oh my goodness.
The
Absolutely got
crossfire.
melted.
Jeez.
Oh, I was like, yeah, this is a great play. And then Mario on the Lyric picks up 2.
Yeah, I think
Beautiful
we might have
control
some
coming
assistant
out.
damage from Rainer off all Boo here. I think that was well, an unintentional team effort, if you will, from those two.
Yeah. And that means that Mississippi have lost complete control of their compound. Vertile's in there with 4 members basically being on timer now. That is really unfortunate for our defenders. Vertile might just be looking for whatever boom possible at this point. Simple fact that he's not booming, yeah, means he has no boom for himself. Mississippi, though, still have their rooftop right now. And honestly, they just need to play for time. There's 15 minutes left here on the raid phase.
Eskern is on the back line. What he's up to here.
Oh, he's on the platform.
Oh,
He's in the...
oh no,
nope.
he was crouched in the corner. Maybe with his hands over his eyes, you know?
If I can't see them, they can't see me. Yeah, Vertile's still inside. You can see the rocket pommel still coming in. It's slowed down a little bit, but they should be back on it at this point, making their way on through. We saw last time on the defense, Mississippi were quick on their repairs, on their seals, able to deal with that. But right now, looks like they've actually pushed out to try and deal with Aw Booby. But Aw Booby will be able to maintain their raid platform. Are these the 2 same teams that raided them the first time?
I think so, yep.
Okay, so this is round 2 for Aw Booby and 2Kill to try and deal with that Mississippi base.
Teleported
with
to land unknown. So.
Yeah, we got 6 squads left here in Base Invaders. 3 of them right here involved in this raid. Typically, though, when it comes down to to these final squads, we hear if a team hears boom, it's like moth to a flame, right? So I'm kind of expecting the other squads just to show up here. NR just recently defended a raid for themselves. For Ass, I think they're just looking for any PvP, honestly. They have a TC lead over 2 kills, so they know that, this is not safe for them. They need to get involved. They need to make sure that they're keeping at least pace with 2 kills.
Cartel's still in this. Okay. Very successfully.
And that's why that moment right there, when they were trying to push out from the compound, was just so important that 2Kill were able to clear that out. He's just free roaming around right now. I don't think anyone can really peek down. Ooh, what? Booby!
Is that from the outside?
Yeah, I
That's
think
it,
that might have just been a
right?
rocket snipe. There's no one
Yeah.
inside of that base. So, wow. Very
Here
lucky.
somewhere.
Just rocket.
Nicely done. Down to 5
Yeah.
teams now.
It's really unfortunate because that was, I think, possibly the last opportunity for 2Kill to try and catch up with Ass. And with 13 minutes remaining, ooh, that's going to be hard to try and actually find a target to go for, to try and raid.
And they're getting cleared out of this shell by all Booby as well, so they're going to have a hard time getting more boom.
Ooh, Delta on the outside ends up losing out on that dual Rainer. Picks up that kill for himself. So 2Kill. I don't know. I don't know if they have enough time. They need to pick up, 35 points? I don't know if you can get 35 PvP kills, especially when you're racing against Ass throughout all of this. But yeah, they'll have to make an effort.
Can I peek? He knows Rainer's there. I feel like Rainer's just waiting. Oh, Ghost tried to get the drop
Wow.
off him. Failed.
Yeah, Ghost ends up going down there. So now he should know. He should know. Mario, what you doing?
Acting like he knows. Hey.
No, he's just gonna run straight past. Okay. Let's see. Maybe there's people left over here. Wait, all of Aw Booby are just gone.
Yeah, no,
Rainer's the
they're
only
gone,
one
no,
sticking around here.
Get off it.
We out.
For the taxi.
Oh, that's such a feels bad moment for 2Kill as well, because
Yeah.
honestly, for Aw Booby to take that TC, the only chance for them to win at this point is to take out both Ass and 2Kill. They're not catching up to Ass with 130 points down. This is not happening. is not happening. So they're just really playing spoiler to 2 kill at that point.
And are having too much of a good time over here. Either nightmare scenario, base covered in spiders and ass. XR looks like he's actually laid the structure on this side. Must have a gap around here. Potentially up. Yeah, looks like this NR never meant to up behind him. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. Wait, did he actually take out? How many did he take out? Oh, Fervid. That's huge.
Yeah,
Airtool just got absolutely demolished inside.
They'll have most of their, which I think is where the majority of their spawns are, but oh my god, can you hear that C4? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
They're just griefing the C4 at this point.
Yeah. Which is sensible with 10 minutes left to go. No point in giving it to them. A little salty, but I mean, we are playing Rust, so.
Anything goes. Where are NR? Okay, so NR are currently 1 point behind Booby. Unfortunately for Tarantool, how many raids ended up getting stolen away from them? Well, they're only sitting at 289 points, so this is just going to be a moral victory for them, possibly, unless they get countered. I think they got full countered.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't see a single one. No, Hexar's left, but he's the only one. He's hiding covered in somewhere, I think.
Yeah, Ash just full pulled up. Like the entire squad is right here right now. Seven man deep inside of the base right now. C4 going down. They are not going to rest on their laurels whatsoever. One more TC for them to finish things off. Hit 500 points. We'll see with 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to go.
This is what it means to use one's
All ass, all gas. Let's go.
They destroyed this side. I'm surprised that that overhang there's actually still standing up with the ability.
It's just absolute determination. Just force of will. That's the only thing keeping it up right now. Maybe a little duct tape.
Pretty good route that they've got here because there's a lot of stuff already cleared out. There's a whole side gone located yet, so this is the next route they need to clear.
Yeah, they've basically stolen this raid from Tarantool.
Very successful.
And Tarantool have been working on this one for like maybe the last 20 minutes too. So it's a pretty feels bad moment for them. All your hard work going to waste. But for us, they know they want to just secure this win. They have a nearly full TC lead over 2 kill. And so that's really the only way that this win basically gets away from them. 8 minutes now, 30 seconds left for the raid phase, for the end of this event for EU 7v7s. And AS are continuing to make their way through this space. NR though, they still have their roof spawns, but I don't know. I don't think they can actually peek down because
yeah, the right inside.
Yeah, you got AS outside.
Doing any use for defending, especially not on this corridor anyway. I did see a few of them actually spawning outside, but it wasn't clear if that was out of necessity or if they were trying to maybe get a run around the platform.
Oh, Booby has shown up too. So we'll see. Remember, they were the ones that just pulled up from that snipe on, oh, I can't remember the base. Mississippi, on that Mississippi base to show up. Like we said, you hear boom. And when it comes down to like the final 5, 6, 7 squads, you have to immediately follow the boom and try to snipe away another TC. We'll see if he can do that once more for themselves. Right now, though, right now, we're down to the rocket. Here as he has reached the end of the corridor.
So they can get further up. Yeah, here we go. He's trying to find another spot. And that's an interesting spot for some high balls now. I don't think he's found anything along here though.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that actually just leads to the roof. So, yeah.
Height-wise.
And he might not have enough rockets to, or it's just going to take way too long to get through that armored anyhow with rockets. So I definitely like just going through the shell instead. For NR. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I love. Like when you have like these roofs with like the low walls or like the half walls, you know, it just provides a little extra protection for your spawns and stuff and lets them stay up. Ooh. And our Lago, you have an angle, but I'm not gonna go ahead and take it as wait, let's see. Actually, Blago ends up going down, so now there's only 2 members of NR on the rooftop right now. Yelm has an opportunity if he's got a ladder to try and push up, but doesn't seem like he has one. Otherwise, Bob is gonna hold things down up top from the roof. Ooh.
Random spray from that. Oh, that was a Tarantula member there.
Oh, he's gonna be able to take him out. I'm surprised that he didn't have a little bit more backup. He had to take a 1v1, even though they're raiding from this side.
Yeah, the
But
rest of his team are over here. They know what happened, guys.
yeah, you fight your own
Yeah,
battles.
it's this big open gap here.
So he did win out on that 1v1, but oh wait, Cannabis, if he can find a gun. Ah, unfortunate.
You do not want Galen to be in this position. Page base. Absolutely. To get rid of him.
He does have C4 on him.
And he's found a little book. Pull his way through as well, and that's armored, it looks like. That might have been repaired as well, because there's dead people in there.
Hatch door is left open too.
Get up here. The one remaining peak. I don't know, blossom they've got left.
Balustrade?
Daffodil.
No, I still don't know what it's called. I think Blacko's going to try and push out on this. He's got Fervid backing him all on the right side. Gellin, not alive. Ooh, maybe not for long. 10 HP. Yeah, he gets cleaned up. So, unfortunate. Oh, wait. Got a Scrappy coming in, though.
That's heading over this direction. It looks like it might just be scouting right now. It could be more members of All Booby. I don't think they're all out there.
Yeah, look like there was like 4 players over there. TQ, though, man, has been a constant threat with that M2. He's on a 5-man kill streak right now. We'll see if he can pick up more. Doesn't look like Ass have the tools to deal with it. Ooh, 65, 20 HP. Okay, got double dink there. Seal's coming in for NR.
Fervid's here too. White is actually inside again, I think. Very good. Anyway. We're on this side. How did he hit?
Oh, okay. Cheeky little loot room right underneath. I like this design. I really do like this design.
It's very good, yeah, I have to say. For one, I'm not usually, because it's mostly triangular, and it's not a design I'm particularly fond of, but it's proven to be very good.
It looks like one of those like scaled up, like a scaled up version of, you know, one of those YouTube bases. Like, this is the Decimator. 1v, you know, it's a 3-man cozy base, the Decimator, but like, this is scaled up for a 7-man.
Megatron 42069.
All right, Terransul trying to get back this raid. I don't know if they're going to be successful with only 3 minutes remaining here. Terransul unfortunately find themselves at the bottom of the top 5 right now with 300 points. Yeah, 200 points to try to catch up on Az right now. We're sitting in first place relatively safely. They have a 32-point lead up against 2Kill. The only thing that can go bad for them here is if 2Kill are able to pick up this TC, but they're not even involved in this raid right now.
Just got shish up there by White in his teammates, so that's all of them gone, and he's boiling his C4 as well, so they better get back in there quick, or there isn't going to be any boom left for them to recover.
Wow. That's actually quite a bit.
Yeah, that was
like 20 C4.
4 members of his team that got taken out in that corridor, I think, as well. So that's bad news for us. I mean, they are still in the lead here, but that's going to hamper their opportunity to add some easy points to it.
It's still going. It's still going. All right, finally. Well, that was like 30 C4.
That was a lot. Yeah. That was all of Ass's C4, I think.
What I'm wondering this whole time, where is 2Kill? Like, are they maybe over at Ass's base? Like,
better go and have a check here.
I'm hearing some boom. Yeah. Okay, there's another raid going on right now.
Well, that's Tarantil, who... Okay, yeah, I thought they'd lost half their base there, but that was just the pop-in. 2Kill are over here.
Yeah, it's a quick little defense against Albubi, it seems like.
Yeah, 2Kill have just pulled up, though. In the flatbed.
Well, with a minute 30. Oh,
We
sorry.
almost
Doors
got that
closed.
game.
Nice try, Vertile. Nice try. He saw his opportunity. He tried to take it. Got to commend him for that at the very least.
Got really
Here's
close.
Straffy pushing on out.
He almost managed to lag himself into it as it was closing as well. You can see that that was his plan.
A minute to go. All right, 2 kill. Can you guys get enough PvP here possibly to catch up to Az? No, because they're still finding kills of their own on that raid right now. Man. All
Dimension's doing
right,
good work
Dimension
here.
versus Straffy. Does Straffy have a gun? Or is he just
I
naked?
think so.
Oh!
He was half health though. I think he spawned to pick that up en route.
Yeah. All right. All right, Jack. This is your shot. You got to go for it, man. Does have like 1, 2, 3 covering that angle, so you got to
Yeah, he's
know.
got back
You got
up.
to
Has
know.
he picked up a gun yet? Because it's spawned outside, I think.
Ooh. I think I just hear a lot of C4 being thrown in desperation right now. 29 seconds ago. All right, Strappy. There should be an AK, right? Oh, wait, he picked up a gun. Second attempt, Dimension
Just
still
delivering
on
guns to
top there.
Dimension.
Yeah.
AK
This is what 2 kill
delivery.
need, though. They need the
Oh,
PvP kills,
come
but
on. That's a 5 kill
Aster
streak now.
just way too far ahead.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying his hardest though. Gotta give it to him. There's another one.
All
Doing the
right,
work.
3 seconds left, 2 seconds remaining. That is going to be Ass taking the victory with really honestly well deserved. They started off with one of the first TCs in the game, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I think that was actually I think it was the second one, I think.
Yeah. Taking a look at their stats, 3 raids completed, 3 raids defended. When did that happen?
Got
Huh.
one of those. Those were over very quickly. I wouldn't imagine that really contributed that much points wise to the total. It did seem like it was mostly on the attack.
Yeah. They got 350 PvP kills overall. Nice I guess KDA, 177 deaths. So really great trades coming out from them. Taking a look at their top fragger, I can't read that name. 92 kills. T-Dog Doe coming in with a 75. What happened to K? 12 kills for him throughout all of this.
Well, somebody's got to be the builder. I mean, we did
Yeah.
see him in the action, so maybe he was the bait more than the trap. You know?
Mm. Yeah, good effort coming out from Ass taking the win. Almost a full TC lead over 2 kill. It's really unfortunate because there were moments, right, for 2 kill. I think they had what 2 raids sniped away from them, 2 TCs sniped away from them. So really unfortunate because that could have been their opportunity to catch up. But you can see that maybe too much was going on over at their base, so they weren't able to stay as active as were because as we're moving from base to base, for them for 2 kill though, 2 raids completed, 5 raid defenses, decent amount of kills, 280 kills, the 198 deaths. This time around though, it's very spread out across the team. Not a huge gap, right? 92 kills to the 12 kills that we saw on As. It's a 52 Dimension leading the way there for his team, all the way down to Forgive Me with 33.
Yeah, I think we saw about 8 of Dimension's kills right at the end there. Those people were trying to descend upon him unsuccessfully. He's trying his hardest to get them caught back up. I think you're right. I think the TC snipes are what lost them this because they were keeping pace top spot it like all the way up until that point. And as they're less than a TC away from it, that would potentially have been a different story had they managed to secure those two. They lost.
Yeah, the raid defense is keeping them very competitive throughout all of this. So yeah, not too surprising there, especially with what I think there was like a 70 kill difference between Ass and 2 kills. So the raid defenses definitely did also help out 2 kill at the end. Here, yeah, 70 kills. That was the difference. So the raid defenses were huge. For Team NR, though, we didn't really get to see much of them because they spent a large majority of the raid phase actually having to defend. You can see 1 raid completed, but 3 raid defenses. They had 305 kills, 309 deaths. Yeah, that screams we were just defending the whole time.
Yeah, 3 defenses, but I feel like some of those were very long defenses. They were just unfortunate not to get the tech over before someone came back. It was the vast majority of their time was defense there, especially at the end.
Yeah. A decent spread of kills as well. Bob with 53 leading the way for his squad, all the way down to Fervid with 34. And honestly, all of them were doing a great job. I think today was a really great display out of all of our squads, even the ones that got knocked out, of like how to defend bases. We were seeing some great defenses until ultimately, of course, the numbers game just got away from them. But still, some great defenses coming up from many of our squads today.
Yeah, agreed, absolutely. Lots of good strong defenses. It was like it's sevens. Once three teams turn up at your base, like in 7v7s, really only a matter of time. Can you hold on until the end? Because you're probably not going to get rid of it. You just don't have the manpower.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that also kind of like works against people, like because of the meta of how bases are built, right? In Base Invaders, it's not like when you're playing vanilla, where you're like, okay, you're gonna have like 20 spawns inside of your base that you can play off of. You just don't have that same capability
Yeah.
when it comes to building these bases because you're more prioritizing and having those hallways and stuff. So you don't have the same bedrooms. You can't reinforce as well. If you lose your roof more often than not, that's where all of your that's where all of your spawns are. And so we got to see for a lot of our squads, once they ended up losing out on their roof control, it was just absolutely over.
Was There was a lot of top down heavy defense as well this week. There was teams who had that were on a long term defense that had teams inside their core who still maintained roof control. I think that's one of the things that probably on so long. Like NR were one of those for sure. I think that was definitely the meta. It's probably due to the size of the bases.
They were absolutely chonkers today. Oh, Booby, another squad that we got to see that were really active throughout all this phase. Unfortunately, they got slowed down. 2 raids completed. No raid defenses for them. They were still quite active. Unfortunately for them, they weren't able to find the right kinds of raids, or the raids took a little bit too long. 278 kills for them, 232. Musaikan with 60 all the way down to Hollow. Let's go ahead and check in with Tarantul, our final squad that made it into the top 5 of today. 1 raid completed, 1 raid defended. 240 kills for them to the 247. But not quite one for one there. Straffy, of course, with 62 kills. We got to see some great moments coming out from them. I believe was Terran Tool one of the squads? Yeah, they were the squad that were putting a lot of focus on the hard point throughout the attack phase, right?
Yes, they were, yeah, and they were also one of the ones that were a couple of raids. Hell, they were all over the map at Mulb. A couple of them all went at the same time as 2 kill, and they were in that condition. In that situation there. So that has definitely this 5th place. I was just quite surprised to see Wivin and Hexar with as few kills as that compared to like Straffy and Jack, for example. Well, obviously it's sevens. Not everybody can be at the top of the table, so got to hang back and do other things, be a different kind of player for their teams. So maybe their focus was
Yeah.
different.
I mean, we got to see, especially with the approach that Terran Tool had for their raids, right? They were a bit slower and methodical in how they did it once they got into the bases. Like you said, the size of the bases, of course, changes things up. But once they were inside their bases, we saw like a 4-man, 5-man kill squad running into the base, while 2 played anchor on the outside on their raid platform, holding it down. So maybe Wivin, maybe Hixar and 123 were more of the anchors on the outside.
Yeah,
So they're not able to get as many kills. A lot of, like you said, top down heavy defenses, people peeking from roofs, and so those fights can take a while. You're not going to see as many kills when you're fighting someone on a roof, so understandable to say the least. But yeah, really great raid today. Really fun day overall. Congratulations once again to Ass, who end up taking the victory with a fairly comfortable lead over 2 kills. 518 points of them to the 480, a 2 kill in second place, and are also with a pretty good showing, third place overall. Booby gave us some great moments, and Tarantul showed us grit throughout the day despite coming in fifth place. So yeah, want to take a moment to congratulate, of course, Ask once more, but also thank all of our competitors and thank all of our viewers at home. Thank you so much for tuning into EU. That's going to do it for us, but we will be back shortly, what, in like maybe an hour or two? I forget exactly the timing for NA. So make sure you do not go too far away from your computers. We will be back with more Base Invaders just a little bit. But once again, thank you all so much. And Ian, it was a pleasure once again casting with you.
Yeah, it's lovely to be on the desk with you. Yeah, thanks everyone for being here.
And that will do it for us. Have a great day. We'll see you guys later for NA.